What is up, everyone? Shinman Takizo here, back from Lazy Town. Thank you so much for tuning in. So in this video, I'd like to talk to you about the new item that replaces Heart of Steel. Yes, in the advanced server, they completely removed this item and replaced it with this, the Twilight Armor. This defensive item gives you 1200 HP, 400 mana, and 50 HP regen. So what does it not give you? Armor and magic resist, so it's nowhere to be found. And this is a physical defense item, right? Instead, it provides you with an item passive called Defiance. It says that after the hero or you take over 800 points of physical damage, you will take 800 points of physical damage at most for up to 6 seconds, and the cooldown is 10 seconds. So what does this mean in a very simple way? It means that the item passive of Twilight Armor will only work if you are hit by a physical basic attack or skills that hurt you for more than 800 points. Physical damage skills. And for the next 6 seconds after that is when Twilight Armor's passive will kick in. Allow me to demonstrate what I'm saying. Let's start with basic attacks. Here we play as Big Flying Chicken with only Twilight Armor in his inventory. On the other team, we have Layla with 4 Berserker's Fury, each with 25% crit, giving her 100% crit and high damage as well. Notice how Layla's first basic attack hit us for 1015 damage. That is when Twilight's armor passive will trigger after that. And for the next 6 seconds while the passive is in effect, if Layla decides to still attack us, we will only take a maximum of 800 damage per hit. And remember, it is only for the next 6 seconds that this damage reduction will work. And also remember that the item has a cooldown of 10 seconds. If the enemy waits 6 seconds between their attacks, they could effectively bypass Twilight Armor's passive. Here is another example with us playing as Aldous and Yi Sun-shin as the attacker. Same items here, Aldous only has Twilight Armor, and Yi Sun-shin has max crit and high physical damage. We're gonna start this attack differently this time with a second skill from Yi Sun-shin dealing 1381 physical damage. So that was a skill, and it also triggers Twilight Armor's passive on us, effectively capping every next basic attack of Yi Sun-shin to 800 maximum. And remember, only for the next 6 seconds. If Yi Sun-shin decides he wants to attack us again after 6 seconds, the damages that he will deal will be over 800 again. So what does everything we've seen here tell us about Twilight Armor? Twilight Armor would be only a good item to get on heroes that are willing or are capable of taking lots of continuous damage. Getting this on squishy heroes to avoid getting one-shot by a full gear Leslie, Saber, or Lance wouldn't be the best idea because you still take full damage on the first hit. And only in the next 6 seconds after that full damage will Twilight Armor's 800 damage capping power work. And if the enemy is patient enough to only attack you every 6 seconds, they can effectively make Twilight Armor's passive non-existent. So okay, Shin, alright. Don't get this for squishies. So does this mean we should get this for tanks or fighters? Well, yeah, you could. But if you can get other defensive items that would increase your armor rather than giving you this passive, you can reduce the damage you take to lower than 800 damage. Meaning, you wouldn't need the Twilight Armor's passive anymore since damages are not high enough and won't exceed 800 damage if you have a lot of armor. Also, if you're a tank and you get this item along with other defensive items like to increase your armor, the passive of Twilight Armor may never trigger the entire game because of your already high armor or damage reduction due to physical defense or armor items. So I'm hoping they still change this item's passive, or maybe at least always have the 800 damage cap turned on and for it to only stop working after you get hit. Like if someone attacks you, you only take 800 maximum damage, and for the next 6 seconds the passive is off and you are open to take more than 800. I think that would be better. I rate this item 9 out of 10. Like 9 out of 10 people who watch this video might not use it in-game. So that is it for this video. I hope this clears up how this item works, and you let me know what you think in the comment section below. Is this a good item? Is this a bad item? Let me know if I missed anything. And again, thank you so much for watching. My name is Shinman Takizo, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace. Everything else here is still a better armor than Twilight Armor.